Hi guys! Welcome to a new episode of Cooking in Times of Corona. On the menu tonight is brown butter chocolate chip cookies. And yes, I'm having cookies for dinner because I'm an adult, and that's the best part of being an adult is I can have whatever I want for dinner. Don't judge me. Or do. I don't care. So yes, I'm a chef. I know how to cook, but baking isn't my forte. I don't like measuring. So I was online researching a recipe that was kind of like a one bowl deal. I don't want to have to get my mixer. Actually, I'm going to show you where my mixer is so you understand why. All right, you see my mixer up there? I'm short. I have short people problems. I don't want to deal with having to bring my mixer down and then making the ruckus. My neighbor's getting pissed off because I'm making cookies at 11 o'clock at night. So I was looking for a one bowl recipe. I found this recipe by Chris Morocco on Bon Appetit, so that's the one I'm working with. Also, I wanted to make a recipe with brown butter because I love the flavor of brown butter. If you watched Hell's Kitchen, you know I've used it in a lot of recipes. And the good thing about this recipe is it uses basic ingredients like all-purpose flour, brown sugar, white sugar, butter, eggs, chocolate chip. So if you like baking, you probably have these ingredients at home already. Plus, we're doing arm power tonight. We don't need a mixer, we don't need any fancy stuff, okay? Oven at 350. Hopefully I don't burn these. I tend to do that in this oven. You guys are probably asking yourself, what the heck is brown butter? You probably hear it a lot lately because it's kind of trending. There's actually a French term for it. It's called beurre noisette. And so what you're doing is you're burning off the dairy in the butter. And so it gets like this sort of like nutty, caramelly flavor. I'll show you as I'm making it. I know it's an extra step, but seriously, this step is gonna transform your chocolate chip cookies. It's just gonna take them to a different level. So what I have here is one whole stick of butter. And it's gonna start getting color immediately. As soon as your butter turns brown and foamy and starts smelling kind of nutty, you wanna remove it from the heat. So this isn't a step that you wanna walk away from. You really wanna babysit this butter right now. You see it's getting kind of foamy in the pot. That's what you want. I'm gonna let it go a little longer because I really love that deep, rich, brown buttered flavor. So just watch this, baby. It's the star of the show, it's your brown butter. You just want to keep on swirling it around. So you want to make sure you don't burn it. Oh my God. I learned about brown butter when I was in culinary school, and seriously, it was like one of those revelations. It like changed everything for me. Sometimes I even drizzle it on soups. I actually did it in Hell's Kitchen. In my butternut squash soup. All right, so you see how it's nice and brown? Don't worry about those bits, that's all good. So now we're just going straight in my bowl. And I'm just gonna wait for this butter to cool off a bit before moving on to the next step. While my butter's cooling off, I'm just gonna measure out my dry ingredients. It's just basic pantry ingredients. 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Yes. Ah! A little bit overboard. Okay. There we go. 1 cup. Flour everywhere. And a half. Look, guys, I'm measuring. Are you proud of me? Calls for 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Ooh, my kind of recipe. Tons of salt. Love it. Boop. And I have my butter over here. And you can still see right here how the butter is kind of foamy and it has some brown bits at the end. That's fine. That's just the dairy and the butter that gets burned off, and that's what makes it smell really nutty. But oh my God, I wish you guys could smell this. You guys seriously need to try this at home. It's so easy and it really is a game changer for tons of recipes. Half a stick of butter. Just gonna slice it. Do thin slices so it melts faster because I want my cookies already. How do you stop yourself from eating a whole batch of cookies? Tell me. All right, I'll tell you how I stop myself is I don't bake a whole batch of cookies. I'll prep a batch, but then I'll bake off what I'm gonna eat, which is 2 or 3 cookies, maybe 4 or 5. But seriously, I'll take the rest of it and I'll roll it into a log and I'll freeze it and portion it out. So later, when I want cookies, I just pull 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. But I'll show you how I make it. And see, the good thing about not using a mixer is we can exercise while we make our cookies. See? 2 birds, 1 stone. I know I'm rationalizing, but just let me go. It makes me feel better, okay? Melt it in there. Yep, all right, next step. Sugars. Dark brown sugar over here. Where's my scissors? So it calls for, 1 cup of dark brown sugar, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Did you see, guys? I brought back the Corona pants. You know why? Because I did laundry. 1/4 cup of white sugar. There we go. And I love these recipes that you don't have to weigh anything out. You don't have to bust out the mixer. Just throw it in a bowl, mix it up, throw it in the oven, and devour. So, just gonna whisk these up. So it says mix until not lumpy. Looks smooth to me. Yeah. 1 large egg. And 2 egg yolks. And I'm gonna save my egg whites, and so tomorrow I'll make myself an egg white omelet and it'll even itself out. Balance, guys. Where's my other egg? Oh, here it is. Found it. Whisk until sugar dissolves. I feel like that's gonna be a while. Whisk it up, guys. Get your workout in. Get everyone involved. Take turns. Oh, that wasn't that bad. Yep. Next, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Oh my God, I'm already loving this recipe. Tons of vanilla. All right, 1 teaspoon. See, I'm measuring. So all the wet ingredients are in. I'm gonna add my flour mixture. Should I just use a whisk? I'll just use a whisk, it'll be fine. Yeah, there we go. Just incorporate it slowly. Don't get it all over yourself. I'm mostly talking to myself. Don't get it all over yourself, Mia. Because I'm really good at that. All right, there we go. I don't know if I'm allowed to overmix. I'm just gonna stop mixing because it makes sense. I don't want them to be tough. I want them to be soft and crispy and chewy and chocolatey and melty and nutty, brown buttery and salty. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Get it all out, all of it. Come out, come out. No man, no man left behind. Don't do this at home, guys. I might get poisoned. So I'm just gonna get all this white stuff off the sides. There we go. This recipe goes out to my friend Ariel. I'm just hoping that she'll stop making dusty cookies. Apparently she's a horrible baker. She tried making cookies the other day that came out dusty. She's like, you think you have a recipe you can give me? If these come out good, you can try to copy me. I'll put the link in my profile. 6 ounces of chocolate chips. This bag has 12, so I'm just gonna do half of it. And half, right, single half. Mix it all in. Let the cookies sit for 5 to 10 minutes so the flour has time to absorb all the wet ingredients. So I'm just gonna spoon out 3, maybe 4 cookies. And then I'm gonna freeze the rest. I'll show you in a second. I think I remember the recipe saying maybe golf-sized. I don't know. Just gonna do, I don't know, that seems like good enough for a cookie. It's a little too big. There we go. There we go. That one looks too small. Yeah, we need more dough. All right. So these still feel a little too loose. I'm just gonna let them sit for a little longer. Also, I have flaky sea salt, but if you don't have flaky sea salt and you want to make them extra salty, just sprinkle a little bit of kosher salt, or you can leave it out. I like the extra salt. And I like to do them before I bake them so the salt really sticks to the cookies. This is my version of sprinkles. All right, so I'm just gonna leave these here for a little longer. Okay, cookie hacks for single people. Cut a nice long piece of parchment. So we're basically making pre-made cookie dough at home instead of buying the tubes at the grocery store, because the grocery store isn't gonna sell you salty brown butter chocolate chip cookies. So we're just gonna take the rest, just gonna take the rest of the dough. I'm just gonna use my hand, just kind of try to free form it into a log. Here we go. I'm getting there. And you're gonna take your parchment, roll it towards you. You're gonna take anything flat. I have this tray here, but if you have a book, you can use a book. Just anything that's flat and hard. And see how it's kind of forming already? Put a little bit more towards me. Make sure it's flat, and then just press away from you. And see how it just forms itself? Press away, 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 away. Here we go. And now, taper the edges a little bit. And a little cookie dough came out. It's not a problem. It's not gonna go to waste. And then just keep rolling until you're done. So I'm gonna put this right on this tray to transfer it because it's still soft. It's gonna go in the fridge. Once it gets solid, I'll slice it into cookie portions and then I'll put it in the freezer. So there you go. Pre-made homemade cookie dough. It doesn't get any better than that. So I'm just going straight in the fridge with this. Yeah, these came to room temp already. So I'm gonna go in the oven with these. Oh yes. Golden brown edges. Yep, I think you babies are ready. And I didn't burn them. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys cool off there, okay? I can't wait to eat you babies. It's dinner time. Oh my God, yes. Here we go, guys. Cookies for dinner. Best part. Let's try these. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my God. Yes. So good. A little salty, nutty, crispy, chewy. Best dinner ever, guys. I hope you make these. Have a good night. So, cookie dough was sitting in the fridge all night. safe, don't worry. And I put it in the fridge on a flat sheet pan overnight. And so now what I'm gonna do is unwrap it. So I'm gonna cut it into even like cookie size pieces. I'm just gonna do it in half first. And then each half I'll cut it into halves. And so on. Yeah, I think each one of these pieces I can cut it into thirds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just gauge it, mark it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm just gonna even these guys out. We need to even out the ends. Brown butter. Wait, I need to clean this out. There's cookie dough all over the parchment paper. We gotta get it out. All right, so now what we'll do, fold it in and just keep it tight like that so it doesn't get freezer burn. Fold this in. There we go. So, roll it all up. Now I'm just gonna put this entire log in the freezer. So next time I want a cookie, all I have to do is pull this out of the freezer, break up a chunk of cookie, put some sprinkles on it, sea salt, and just bake it. And there you go. It's homemade cookie dough in your freezer whenever you want. This is Chris Morocco's recipe from Bon Appetit. I'm adding the link in the description below. And I hope this tip was helpful and enjoy your cookies for dinner.